8 seasonal notes of the solar calendar. Living in harmony with nature. Part 2 of 2. Caring for your body-mind. Autumn and winter are seasons of harvest and rest. While it is timely to enjoy the bounty of one's hard work, one must also be vigilant of wind and cold that is common around this time. The elements that affect the body-mind now are more than just the weather. The mind can be overwhelmed by sadness and fear as the sun's young energy is diminishing. It is important to be optimistic and grateful, to bring out the inner light and let it shine. Practices at this time help us to do this and also take care of the health issues facing the body-mind. Autumn starts around 8 August. When one starts to feel cool breeze blowing, white morning fog appears on the ground and squirrels busy holding nuts. Yin energy continues to increase slowly, but Yang is still dominant with the sun less intense. This 2-week season is symbolized by the maturing parent with kid growing fast, like fruits ripening. It is the start of serious harvesting, especially grains. Many fruits like the berries can be easily harvested. So are the fruits of the sea like shrimps, octopus, mussels, and sea cucumbers. Many cultures have harvest baskets prepared with wheat pancakes, breads, melons, and flowers to be shared with the needy and elderly. The baskets are offered to the dead casualties of war too. When spring begins, Jupiter is requested for protection. When autumn begins, Saturn is honored to express gratitude for a rich harvest. Autumn equinox starts around 23rd September, when one notices that streams are drying up and sounds of thunder much milder. Day and night hours are equal at this time. But soon yin energy increases with longer night hours. This season is like the 6 p.m. sunset, represented by a middle-aged parent philosophizing, whose kids are ready to be independent. The full moon at this time is the Mid-Autumn Festival. Kids receive new clothes and at night all march joyfully with lighted lanterns towards a nearby hill to greet the full moon. Newly harvested rice is used to make fragrant desserts with fillings of nuts and seeds to be steamed with pine needles. Rice liquor is made to be enjoyed in the coming winter months. In non-rice growing cultures as in the Mediterranean, grapes and apples are harvested during this 2 week of autumn equinox to be turned into red wine and cider. Winter starts around 8 November when one notices that the grounds are drier, nights are longer, and in countries with obvious winter season, the rivers starts to freeze. This 2-week season is symbolized by a parent that has become an elder. This is a good time to stay warm and keep the joints flexible. Walnut is one of the best foods at this time. Fermented foods are important in the cold months to promote healthy digestion. In Korea, this is the time when cabbages and radishes are harvested to start making winter kimchi. Just as in summer begins, we see the rising up of the fire element. This is the season of water element diving down to release the water beings from the seas, waterfalls, and rivers. Those who live near water or whose livelihood dependent on water should take time to make offerings in ways they feel inclined. Visit the seashore or riverbed to show reverence. Winter solstice starts around 23rd December when one notices more dead insects, and in cold mountainous regions, one hears frequent tigers roar due to the mating season. This season is represented by the 12 midnight, symbolic of death, the elder parent taking a long deserved rest. But soon after the longest dark hours pass, comes the increasing birth of light. It is the birth of this new sun that many cultures focus on, including Christmas. In the Far East, winter solstice is the solar new year, second only in importance to the lunar new year. An important item is the red-white glutinous rice balls dessert or grounded red bean porridge with added white rice balls. Everyone is to consume it, then to be pronounced 1 year older. Red symbolizes life and blood, white, death and bones. This dessert is offered to the ancestral altar, kitchen, front and back doors, every room entrances, storerooms, and animal barns. Winter months induces fear easily, and it is crucial to be optimistic and hopeful. Handmade socks and the Tongsu Almanac are commonly given as meaningful gifts at this time. Here ends the complete 8 seasonal notes of the solar calendar, covering the 4 primary seasons. Please highlight these 8 notes in your planner or calendar. In another clip, you will get to know another 8 important days, but this time it involves the lunar calendar. The days are the 5 double yang days: first day of the first month, third day of the third month, fifth day of the fifth month, seventh day of the seventh month, and ninth day of the ninth month. And the other 3 days are dedicated to the 3 realms of nature: first month of the full moon, seventh month of the full moon, and 10th month of the full moon, for the realm of heaven, man, and water respectively. If you cry because the sun has gone out of your life, your tears will prevent you from seeing the stars, said Rabindranath Tagore. If you have gained value from this work, always give others the opportunity to reap this value too. Sharing is caring, and caring brings fortune.